Hey, 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 good morning. So let's talk about travel. Let's talk about our travel plans for 2024. I have quite a bit of bopping that I'm going to do this year. So I thought we would just talk about it. I would share what I'm going to do, what I have planned. You would share what you have planned. We would share what we have planned. I'm in beautiful Rincon, Puerto Rico right now. So maybe I'll take a second. I'll get to show you my Airbnb, which I love. And we'll talk about where I'm going on Monday and Shh, be quiet, Stephanie. And what's coming next, and all of that. Not just where you are going, but like what kinds of travel we're doing. Are we retreating? Are we soloing? Are we group tripping? That kind of stuff. That's what I would like to talk about today. But first, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Stephanie Perry. I'm a house sitter. I'm the creator of House Sitter School. I'm the co creator of Exodus Summit, and I help Black women take a career break or a sabbatical from working. I help Black women move abroad. I help Black women bop around as a nomad. I help Black women start house sitting, all while embracing ease. Okay? On this channel, we like to do as little as possible. If these things sound good to you, please hit the subscribe button on the channel. You have to actually hit the button. It says subscribe. You have to thank you, okay? And then turn on notifications, ring the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I post a new video or when I go live with my friends. Hello, friends. Hello, Carmen Pace. I think your name is very familiar. I think you're coming to the workshop in a few hours, right? Good morning, Carmen. Good morning, the ABX girl. Good morning, LA Teacher One. Good morning, Chanel. Good morning, Auntie Lou. Good morning, Girl Please. Good morning, Georgette Mayo. Good morning, Sandra from Lack to Legacy. Good morning, Onward, and Rhonda, and April, and Damaris, and Kimberly. Hi, guys. Hey, Shauna. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Anita, the global granny. Is my mom here yet? Hey, Mom. Connie Perry. Good morning. All right, so that's what I want to talk about. I'm leaning over the sofa. Let me find a better. I wanted to sit here instead of at the table because I'm going to be at the table for hours and hours today. But it's kind of like this. It'll be okay. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be all right. So I'm doing a workshop, a content calendar workshop that starts this afternoon, and I know some of you are coming. And so I just wanted to be comfortable on the sofa this morning because I'm going to be at a table or at the desk for the rest of the afternoon. How comfortable can I get? I don't know. This is about it. This is it. Maybe if I do this, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So I'm in Rincon, Puerto Rico. This is my second time in Puerto Rico, but my first time in Rincon, and it's beautiful. It's wonderful because Rincon is pretty small and walkable, very small and walkable. You can walk to the beach. We're not even a whole block. We're not even a half a block from the beach. We walk like 20 paces and we're on the beach. You can walk to the water. You can walk to the food trucks. You can walk to town. You can walk to the grocery store, without it being awful. So this is really fun. This has been a nice week. Yeah, we got here last Saturday, so it's been a week already. Yeah, so what's going on with y'all? Do you have any immediate travel plans that you want to share? We talked about this on Instagram just the other day. So I shared my travel plans on Instagram the other day. If you were there and you're like, I've already seen this, I'm not interested, then watch something else. Okay. Or no, don't watch something else. Share your travel plans with us. If you already heard about my travel plans and you're not really interested in that, still make sure that you share your travel plans with us so we know. Yeah. I love this Airbnb. I wish I could take it with me all over the world. I wish it was a yacht. I wish this Airbnb was a boat and I could just be on it, in it, on it, everywhere in the world. It's beautiful. The living room, let's see, let me move this I have a thing on my screen. Let me move this so I can see what you see. Uh, the living room is beautiful. I took some photos on the chaise lounge. Living room is beautiful. The dining room is beautiful. How much of that can you see? It's crooked. Kitchen's nice. Bedroom, I have an outdoor tub in my bedroom. It's nice. It's nice. And like I said, the beach is right there. We're not on the beach. There's a row of houses on the beach, but we're right behind those houses, right there. Our street, the beach is this way, and our street goes this way, and we're right on the edge. So it's beautiful. I love it. Every time I go someplace, I'm like, I think I'm coming back here. I think I might make this my vacation spot, but I might make this a place where I vacation frequently. Like, come back every year because it's really the town getting. We're 2 hours from San Jose, so you got to get here from San Juan. I keep saying San Jose. We're 2 hours from San Juan, so you got to get here from San Juan. But once you get here, everything is right here. It's a nice, chill, relaxing place. So I really love it. Okay, so where are we going? I think my travel theme for last year was travel with friends. Not necessarily group travel, but like people in the house with me, inviting people to the house with me. And I'm doing that again this year. Already, Jewel joined me in Grenada. Clarice and her sister are here joining me in Puerto Rico. So I think I'm going to keep that going. I really enjoyed having people in the house. So I still don't do a whole lot, right? So it's not like a group trip where we're planning to do this and that and the other. I'm going to be in the house, okay? But you can be in the house too, or you can go out and do whatever you want. I've really enjoyed these trips. Last year, Roshni and Katrina joined me in Joshua Tree, California. Excuse me. And Rashida and Katrina and Clarice and I were together at this time last year in January in San Miguel de Allende. My mom and I hung out. So that was kind of the theme for last year, traveling with people, traveling with friends, kind of like in between travel, like having friends meet me, right? Having friends join me, but not like doing a whole bunch of stuff. Not that kind of group travel, right? But like we are in the same house at the same time and we can spend some time together. That kind of group travel, that was really fun last year, and I'm glad that I've carried that over for this year. I don't know that anybody is going to join me for any of my stuff this year until, oh no, there's actually a lot of group travel going on for me in 2024. I got a lot of group travel happening. So we'll talk. I'll tell you my calendar. Sleepwell RX says Puerto Rico is on my list for 2024. I've really enjoyed it. San Juan is fun because it's a city with a beach, right? It's a city with water, and not just water, but a beach, right, or beaches. But I've really enjoyed being here in Rincon. It's different. It's different. San Juan is still a city, and I'm not a city girl. And so it's nice to be here. I'm on the west part of the island, the west coast. It's been awesome, awesome. Oh, Wanda, Ashley, I'm in Alaska right now, beautiful Kodiak, Alaska. I'll be here until May 2024. Then I go to Anchorage for a couple of weeks, then California to see your 7-month-old grandbaby. Congratulations on the new grandbaby. You're traveling through Alaska just because, or do you mean you live there? Yeah. Wintertime, it seems like a hard time to be in Alaska, but I'm sure it's also very beautiful. Debbie C's going to Aruba in February. Talk about good timing, right? The Caribbean in wintertime, I recommend it. I recommend it. Tia Nicole is going to her cousin's 50th birthday in Hawaii, in Honolulu, good. And then Mexico to get temporary residency, good. And then some slow travel in Southeast Asia. You got it all covered. You got all the areas covered. That's good, Tia. Some people are joining me in Fiji for my 50th birthday, which I'm super excited about. July 2, 4. I'm in Fiji July 4 to 11. And some of you may be joining in. I'm really excited about that. That's a big deal on a big day. I'm really excited. Aileen, I'm hoping to go to one of the Reclaim the Retreats in El Salvador this fall. Good. Yeah, Reclaim the Retreat is hosted by Adelia Aborshade, who is Picky Girl Travels the World, and Ivana Robinson. You want to go to reclaimtheretreat.com and look at the schedule because they have retreats happening all over, including North Carolina. So I'll be actually, let's look at their North Carolina dates. I'll be in North Carolina, but I'll be in North Carolina around Memorial Day. I'm not sure if I'm going to be in the Charlotte area or the Raleigh area, to tell the truth. I don't know the difference. Okay. I don't know the difference. It's all North Carolina. Let's see. Reclaimtheretreat.com. Let me drop that link for you guys. Computer, you can do it. My computer's like, no, enough. You got too much open. That's what it's telling me. You got too many windows open. Zoom open for no reason. I can't open the website. It's just spinning and spinning and spinning. But yeah, I'll be in North Carolina in May, but I don't remember when the North Carolina retreats are happening. I can't use the internet. I don't know. I guess it's okay to let it go. But let me get off of the Wi-Fi on my phone and then use the thing to go there. Reclaim. .com. Yeah, my computer is like, no, too much. You're asking for too much now. All right. February in El Salvador, April in North Carolina. Okay, so I won't be there around that time. September, Oaxaca, Mexico. December is El Salvador. So December is El Salvador. Okay, good. Aileen, December is El Salvador. All right, Reclaim the Retreat is the retreat that I went on in March. So talking about 2023 travel being group travel. I went on a retreat, my first ever. I think that was my first ever retreat. Ever. I went to camp as a kid a lot. I went to camp as a kid, but I think Reclaim the Retreat was my first ever retreat. And that was last March. All right. And so that was, so their website is reclaimtheretreat.com. Did I link to it here? And they have the retreat in El Salvador is happening again in December, February and December. Oaxaca, Mexico, September 18th through 24th. Oaxaca is a place I've never been. I think that's where Delia is now, right? Sewing and doing things. I think she's there or near there. And then North Carolina, April 19th through 22. Anybody do some retreats last year or have retreats this year on their calendar? I'm not comfortable leaning over this sofa. Is it okay if I'm right up in your faces? I'm not comfortable leaning over the sofa. Anybody, have retreats happening this year that you're going to? I just roasted. I just posted a video this week about retreats. The video is about getting free and steps that I take to get free, stay free, right? And I talked about being in community with Black women, and so I posted some groups and some retreats in that space. I posted Kat and Kathy's retreat, which is happening in Mexico City in April, called Re. Hold on. Well, maybe. Let's see. I can get that quickly. Restore. Rebloom Room. Let me go to Rebloom Room on Instagram. That's probably the fastest way to pull it up. Rest. Okay. It's funny. I made Rest and Explore Restore. Rest, Connect, Explore is happening in Mexico City in April. And I listed that in that video as well. Yeah, anybody doing retreats this year? Yeah, Rest, Connect, Explore. That's in April. Mexico City is a wonderful city that women in this community love, including me. And it's a nice place to go do a retreat, but also in a place where there's things to do. A lot of times, retreats are in places where there's nothing else to do. Not all the time, but sometimes. Retreats can be far away from things. And Mexico City is right in the middle of things. Yeah. Dr. Linda, I'm hosting a retreat to Morocco in 2025. You can find Linda's channel, Tokende Travel. So if Morocco is on your list or not, right? But you just want to find out more, go to Linda's channel, Tokende Travel. All right. So what am I doing? I am here in Puerto Rico until Monday. I go home to Delaware for 2 weeks. I don't know. That was an accident. I accidentally am going to Delaware for 2 weeks, late January, early February. It had to be done. And then we leave, my mom and I leave for Cape Town, South Africa. We're going to Cape Town, South Africa with a layover in Dubai. And we're going to Kruger National Park after that. Then I'm going to send my mom home. I'm going to Mauritius for the month of March. I'm going to be in Mauritius in March. Sierra Travels is in Mauritius. She's on Instagram. Let me make sure it's Sierra Travels. Expat Sierra. It's Expat Sierra. Expat Sierra lives in Mauritius. And Anne Marie, does Anne Marie use Instagram as Anne Marie or does she use Instagram as, let's see. She's got some Bald Girl Will Travel. On Instagram, Bald Girl Will Travel is in Mauritius right now. I was so excited to see that. Bald Girl Will Travel. And Expat Sierra. These are two women from this community who are in Mauritius. So I've been looking. And I'm like, yep, just as beautiful as I thought. Mauritius is an island off of Eastern Africa, down by Mozambique and then Madagascar. You know, Madagascar is that big island off of, on east of Mozambique. Go further out, and there's Mauritius and some other islands. Those islands, the expensive places. Out of those islands, Mauritius is one of the least expensive of those places. The Seychelles, maybe you've heard of the Seychelles, right? That's there too. That's kind of close by. I'm going to spend a month in Mauritius, the month of March. So that should be really fun. That should be really beautiful. You know, when I say fun, I mean I'm sitting down in the house looking at the view. Okay. I think you understand what I mean when I say that should be really fun. That's my first. That'll round out the first quarter of travel. This has been a super travel-y time for me. I think it fits. It's only fitting because I'm wrapping up my 49th year, closing out my 40s. I turned 50 in July, so I'm closing out my 40s the way that I started my 40s. I started my 40s in Brazil for my birthday, and then I took that year and traveled for a full year, Southeast Asia and Australia and Europe. So I guess it only fits that I'm closing out my 40s with a whirlwind, with some whirlwind travel. Yeah. After Mauritius, then I go to Bermuda with my mom and dad, maybe. And then we're going to get on a boat and on a yacht with Rashida and her mom. And we're going to sail to Portugal. After Portugal, my mom and I will go to another place, someplace else that she wants to pick. Probably Paris. I have been to Paris. She has not been to Paris. So we'll probably go to Paris. She was trying to find a city that neither one of us had been to. But I was like, girl, you said it's the month of Connie. Pick a place you want to go. If you feel like you're going to regret having not seen Paris, I think it's probably time to see Paris. Okay? Right? Like, if you're going to always be like, oh, I wish, oh, I want to, might as well get it, right? Might as well get there. Maybe, now this is going to stretch my pockets. We'll see who's paying. If, if I would like to see a part of France that I would like to see is Bordeaux. In April, I think it's going to be late April. I think it would be nice to also stop by Bordeaux, the Bordeaux region. So maybe we can make that into a twofer. I think that that would be lovely. I think Bordeaux is probably more of what I haven't been to Bordeaux, okay, but I think those of you who have been tell me if I'm right. I think Bordeaux is what we think of when we think of France. right? Paris is a city. It's just a city, right? It's there's some nice museums, but in terms of like, oh, I'm going to go for a walk and I'm going to go buy a baguette and I'm going to go sit on the buy an espresso and sit and watch people at a cafe. That's Bordeaux, right? Like Paris is just a city, like most major cities. It could be almost anywhere in the world. I think Bordeaux is what we're thinking of. When we think of France, we think of Bordeaux. Bordeaux. Like when we think of Mexico, we're thinking of like the Jalisco, that state, that part of Mexico. When you think of Mexico, right, the tequila, the mariachi, you're thinking of Jalisco. You're not thinking of Mexico City. When you think of in your mind when you think of Mexico. I think Bordeaux is France, like Jalisco is Mexico. That's the state of Jalisco's motto. Jalisco es Mexico, right? I think Bordeaux is France. I think. We're going to find out. Cheryl says Bordeaux is amazing. Okay, good. And Harry says Paris is dingy. I I think maybe we need to tell my mom, prepare her for Paris to not be a clean, sparkling place. But it is amazingly different from what we know. It's amazingly different from Delaware. So she will enjoy it. And the whatchamacallit, the Louvre, we got to the Louvre and I'm pretty sure we got in for free. Me and Marcy on a Wednesday night. They had some sort of discount. No, what happened was they do a discounted thing on Wednesday nights after a certain time, and then a man was walking out and he just gave one of us a pass, a free a pass in. There are things that are going to be really enjoyable. Watching the sunset from the Basilica de something, right? We'll do some Paris stuff that she will enjoy. But I think the France that we probably have in our minds is Bordeaux, I think. So hope maybe we can turn, let me see, how hard is it to get from one to the other? Let's see. I'm going to go to Rome to Rio. You wanted me to share my screen? I'm going to share my screen. If something pops up that you know you weren't supposed to see, just act like you didn't see it, okay? That's my vision board. Okay, so let's see. I use Rome to Rio for things like this. I got a lot of stuff covering up though, so let's see. We want to go from from Paris to Bordeaux. Everything is covering everything. See all options. So this says the train is 2 hours. Okay, that's easy. Okay, we may not even, well, no, we may not even have to move our stuff. Would you do a day trip to Bordeaux, or would you stay in a separate hotel or Airbnb in Bordeaux? Bus is 6 hours. That's a no. But a 2 hour train ride. This is what we'd need. Okay, so here's the problem with America. Here's the problem with the United States. In the U.S., if the bus is 6 hours, the train is also 6 hours because we don't have high-speed trains. And that's really stupid. Don't you think? Do y'all agree with me? That's really stupid that we don't have high-speed trains in the United States of America. Okay, so 2 hours. So anybody have advice for us? Should we stay in Bordeaux separately? Days. Okay, Cheryl says worth days. Oh, but Debbie says day trips. Oh, and Jazzy D says actually what you want is Toulouse. I can't, let me share my screen again. I don't know Toulouse. Toulouse. Ah. Ah. And then let me look at Bordeaux. Deaux. Bordeaux. Oh, I think Bordeaux. I think Bordeaux is the place. Let me see where Toulouse is on the map. Paris to Toulouse. Have you been to? This was Jazzy. Jazzy, have you been to both Toulouse and Bordeaux? Toulouse is 4 hours by train. Toulouse is close. That's what I was thinking. Toulouse looks a little more like Spain, And, oh, it makes sense. I was thinking that in my head. I was like, this looks a little more like Spain to me. This is what I think of when I think of Spain. That Bilbao, Toulouse is very Bilbao coded. And I see why they're up in that area. They're neighbors. They're neighbors. Okay. Okay. Um, let me read your advices. Let me read your advices. Toulouse is the pink city. Okay. And then Junquette says no, Lyon. Okay. Let me look at pictures of Lyon. Lyon, city in France. Uh-huh. Also beautiful. Oh, the museums. Lyon might be even more beautiful than Bordeaux. Somebody help me. How far is Lyon from Paris? Lyon is also 2 hours. Somebody help. Lyon or Bordeaux? If we're only going to do one or the other, Lyon or Bordeaux, help us. Are they close enough that we could? Nope, they're not close. They're like a triangle covering different parts of France. Help. Oh, but you might want to speak a bit of French. A Grey Poupon. Dijon. I got it covered. Okay, Geraldine, thank you. I got it covered. Being people who don't need to do a whole lot. Language has been, I've been okay in places that I can't really communicate. Right? I'll just point. Listen, I'm pointing at some stuff. We're going to learn the food words. Poulet, poulet, right? That's chicken. Uh, I think we can get some things. I think we'll be okay. But maybe that is a reason to pick Bordeaux because Bordeaux is going to be a little more accessible to English speakers. Cheryl did a riverboat cruise in Bordeaux. Oh, Connie Perry would love that. Hey, Roshni Glamazini says, which would I regret not seeing? I don't know that my mom wouldn't regret either one because she didn't pick either one. I don't know if I would regret if I got to one and I liked it, I wouldn't regret not going to the other one. So that's not helpful. That's not, I know that's, I'm not giving you a helpful answer. But I think Bordeaux is probably a good choice for the two of us because I'm not going to try to learn French. And, I want to drink some wine. I want to say I had some Bordeaux in Bordeaux. So Debbie said either one. And then she said Bordeaux. Okay, yeah, Bordeaux is mini Paris. That's what I think. I think what we think of as American people, when we think of France, what we're thinking of is Bordeaux, not Paris, I think. And then Lyon, lots of back-to-back Lyon. Really, y'all, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Okay, well, I'll let Connie Perry pick. How about that? Okay, Mom, your choices are Lyon and Bordeaux. Si, je suis Paris. Parlez-vous français? Grey Poupon. Covered. I think we got that covered. Okay? We got it covered. Okay. Jazzy D, I do Lyon over Bordeaux. For Bordeaux, you need to speak wine, do you? I just want to, I just want to drink. My mom will be like, if she goes to a wine tasting, she'll be like, that tastes like alcohol. So maybe it's not worth it. Maybe Bordeaux won't really maybe we won't get the best out of Bordeaux on this particular trip. Maybe it is Lyon. Maybe it is Lyon because that's exactly how it will go every time. But Debbie says for my mom Bordeaux, but she's not going to drink wine. She's not going to enjoy the wine. Yeah, I'll let her pick. Okay, Junquette, we don't speak French well. We had a great time in Lyon. Okay, either I think more than which one is the right one, I think which we want to do one. I think more than which one is the right one, we do want to pick one because Paris is not going to be that French girl experience that we think we're going to have. Most people don't have that experience in Paris. It's a busy city. It's not the cleanest place. It's a city. It's a city. And that small town, that France life, you need to go someplace else. But Bordeaux is cool. The markets have oysters and wine for breakfast. Oh, y'all gonna make this a hard decision. Okay, and the wine estates are a bit further from the city in Bordeaux. It's the Bordeaux and Bordeaux for me. Yeah. Okay, so that is our those are our travel plans. Get off the cruise ship or the yacht. It's a yacht actually. Okay. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about maybe we should do a whole video on this on ways that we test out our dream life now. How do we test out our dream life now? So we're taking a yacht. We're going on a yacht. It's a cruise. It's between cruise ship and yacht size. So it's not going to be just the four of us, but it's not going to be thousands of people on that boat. And we're going one way, Bermuda to Portugal. And that's a way that we're going to get to experience boat yacht life. Because we're going from Bermuda to Portugal, we're going to spend most of the time on the boat. It's not like taking a yacht down here in the Caribbean where you could be on a different island every day. For those 10 days, we're hardly going to be seeing land. So it's a chance to try out yacht life, see how we like it. So that is a thing. That is a thing. I talked already about how Fiji is a few a while, a lot. I've talked a lot about how I want to go to Fiji because it's a way to get some stuff done before my life changes and Fiji will be less feasible. I think. Maybe not. But I think Fiji might be less feasible in the future, so I want to do it now. So that is a type of travel that I do. But I also want to do let's try out some stuff travel, right? Let's try out staying in a big fancy house. Let's try out staying on a yacht. Let's try out some stuff. Live it before you can live it, right? Test it, try it, experience it before you can live it. I think that'll be fun. So some of that is happening this year as well. That would be a great video. What, us in Bordeaux drinking or not drinking Bordeaux in Bordeaux. I've seen her do it maybe two times. One time, she even had me open the bottle so she could taste it. New Year's Eve or New Year's Day or something. I wasn't even gonna open that bottle yet. She opened the bottle. I pour a little bit. She go, that tastes like alcohol. Okay, so so it's not gonna be. That's gonna be a one-sided experience. So maybe not Bordeaux. Maybe I do Bordeaux another time. Maybe I can meet Katrina in Paris sometime and we can go to Bordeaux. She will drink the wine with me. Katrina will drink the wine with me. Yeah. Sounds like a great girls' trip. Yeah, it's going to be a fun time. Fun times. Yes, indeed. She'll be 77. I'll be almost 50. Yes, it's going to be a nice, good time. Oh, Jazzy D's a sommelier. Ah, I love Bordeaux and leverage industry relationships to get into interesting restaurants and events. Without that, it's been kind of boring. Okay, so maybe that is another vote for, what did y'all tell me? Not Bordeaux, but the other town that I looked up. Lyon. Maybe that's another vote for Lyon. Oh, I don't think we knew that, Jazzy. If I do know that, then I'm not putting your name and your screen name together. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Yeah, so let's try it out. That's a form of travel that I'm doing in 2024. Let's try out a yacht. Let's try it out. I'm also going to try out another place in Costa Rica. So, I'm in the process of moving to San Jose, Costa Rica, because I want to, even though Costa Rica is not known for San Jose, right? People who move to Costa Rica generally move to go to the beach or the jungle area, the volcano area. Uh, I have determined that the city is where I need to be, even though it's not a city, because I want the conveniences that living in San Jose would give me. But I'm willing to try out another place, so I'm going to try out another part of Costa Rica also. I'm 99% sure though that San Jose is it. I need good internet, good reliable internet, um, which I had at the beach, but it's not a guarantee. Except in it was not a guarantee. Sister Geek speaks. Speaking of small towns outside of Paris, for a true French experience, Chantilly, which is lovely. I stayed at the Chateau Hotel Mont Royal. You see, that's French. Chateau? Chateau. Oui, oui. Yeah, so trying some things out, that'll be that's a good thing that I'm going to do this year. More group, more like inviting people with me, more trying some things out this year. And then more conferences. I've got some more conferences. That's another thing that I started just last year, right? The first conference, that book conference that I went to, and ROI Summit were just last year. I went to ROI Summit again this year. I'm going to VidCon in California in June, late June. So more conference travel as well. I think that I want to do a whole lot of speaking over the next year or two. And so I need to go to conferences and then pitch to speak in conferences and stuff like that. Yeah, I want to do a whole bunch of conference speaking over the next couple of years as well, while it's still convenient to do. Debbie says, in Paris, don't miss the Black Paris tour. Our history in France is amazing. Okay, I don't know that we've ever spoken. That's somebody who we should be able to interview here also to talk about. We talked with Kat. Well, very briefly, thank you for your patience last Saturday, friends, and thank you for your patience, Kat. We talked with Kat very briefly about her tour of Salvador de Bahia in Brazil that's coming up in June. So maybe we'll get some people to come and talk about their Black in blank tours. We know that there's the Black in Paris tour. We know there's a Black in Amsterdam tour that people seem to like. There's a Black in Lisbon tour that people seem to like. So maybe that's a thing that we'll do. Get some people to come and talk about their particular Black in blank tours. I'm in a group coaching program with a woman named Rosalind who is doing genealogy tours in Barbados. And yesterday I found out that a lot of people with Gullah Geechee roots also have roots in Barbados. That's me. That's me. So maybe some genealogy travel will be a thing that will happen later. I don't have any genealogy travel on the map for this year, but maybe some genealogy travel will be happening next year. Maybe, right? My mom has traveled to, is it called the Low Country in the Carolinas? I went before I knew what I was where I was, right? So I did go years ago, but as a person who doesn't do things, I didn't take the tours. So I just rode a bicycle around the little island, which was fun. But I didn't do the real tours. I didn't learn anything. I didn't learn anything. So I need to go back and do that again. And then check and see if maybe there's some Barbados in here as well, so that I can go to crop over and you know, wear my outfit. Yeah, so maybe genealogy travel. What kind of travels do you guys categorize your travel like that? I'm just scrolling. Black Paris tour, yes. Black Paris, there's a Black in Amsterdam, Black Netherlands. No, Black Paris, Amsterdam, Lisbon. There are tours that people really speak highly of, speak really highly of. Oh, the teacher's giving us a whole other. Okay, Provence. Let me look on the map. Where's Provence? And is April? Because it's going to be April. Let's see. Oh, that's an 8 hour train. So we would have to fly to Provence. And that's closer to the Riviera. So I think the French Riviera is for the future. Unless Connie Perry wants to go to the French Riviera, I think that's a thing to save for an event. Am I right about that? So let's talk about event travel. Should I wait and go to the French Riviera for like something, for an event? I don't know of any events. I'm sure that the Cannes, the film festival, I'm sure there's yacht festivals or yacht shows or yacht times. Should I wait for yacht times to go to the French Riviera? Is that a thing that we could do now? And is April, the end of April? Let's see. Let me Google weather. Provence, April. I don't want to go if I can't get in the water. Daily high may reach 64 degrees. I think we'll put that off. I think we'll put that off. I want to get in the water. Right? If you're going to the French Riviera, you want to get in the water, right? Am I right about that? Yes. My grandma. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I went to Hilton Head and fit right in. Rajni's from one of the Virgin Islands. Tortola. Did I get that right? I don't know. I think Tortola sounds right. Or not. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mostly is why I eat rice all the time. when I, when I was a kid, we had foster brothers and sisters, and the baby Adrian, he loved that little kitchen. He loved the little toy, the little baby kitchen, and every day he would go in that kitchen. He'd start mixing up stuff, and then he'd be like, "You want rice? You want rice? You want rice?" To everybody in the house, and my mom was like, "Man, I guess we eat a lot of rice here." Because the only thing he knew how to cook, only thing he would go in his little kitchen and cook was rice. And my mom was like, man, I guess we eat a lot of rice. But my grandmother would eat rice for breakfast. That's what we did. I eat rice for dessert. I love rice pudding. I also love rice with applesauce and sugar, vanilla extract, butter, and cinnamon. I mean, you can't tell me that's not a gourmet dessert. Rice with butter, and then vanilla extract, sugar, applesauce, cinnamon, gourmet. I get very excited when there's leftover rice. Yes, indeed. Karima Fatima, good morning, Stephanie. You have to do the tours in the Low Country. I'll go back. I will. I will. And pick you some life everlasting herbs. Okay. And please visit the Oyotunji village, the only African spiritual village in the States. Okay. I will. I will. I'm going to go back. I told you when I went with my little boyfriend. We rented bikes and we rode around, but I didn't learn anything. I didn't. Matter of fact, we missed the tour. We tried to go to the tour, but we missed the tour. We got there too late or something, or the wrong day. Something happened. Yeah, I didn't learn anything. And then later on, my parents went. And my mom was telling me what all they learned and saw, and I was like, oh, I guess I should have done that. I sometimes you have to do things. If you want to learn things, sometimes you have to do things. I didn't know that. Yeah, the Barbados tour sounds wonderful. You'll be hearing from Rosalind again when she's ready to share. It's not just a tour of Barbados. It's a tour. She gets people, genealogists, research your genealogy. It's very exciting. Genealogists research your genealogy, and you get a very specific, individualized family tour. The Bajans are going to go crazy over that. They're going to go crazy over that. Yes, all right. So now I can go too. If Rosalind says we're related, I'm going to crop over. Okay, get my little outfit. All right. So yeah, types of travel. We try things out. Let's let's do some travel where we try out a thing, see if we like it. Adelia right now is on a let's learn something new travel experience in Mexico, learning, I don't know, weaving or something. She's learning things, learning things. Yeah, different. There are different types of travel out there. Sometimes it looks, for me, sometimes when I look back, I'm like, this was a year of this kind of travel. Sometimes it's just a year of going to places and taking beautiful pictures travel. Ooh, speaking of taking beautiful pictures, is it time? Is you not doing it today? Oh, okay. Well, you look cute. Do you want to say hi to YouTube? Come say hi to YouTube.
Hello, everyone.
Say hi. Introduce yourself.
I'm Clarice or Mocha Mazel, Stephanie's new program manager.
Program manager.
And I'm here in beautiful Puerto Rico. We're getting ready to go outside.
Okay. Enjoy outside.
Thank you.
Oh, you look good. Your hair's super cute. Super cute.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Your sister going with you?
Well, yeah,
Oh, you ready to leave? Oh, look what time it is. Oh, I'm just talking. Oh, okay. I forgot. I'm thinking it's still early in the morning. I'm like, oh, it's early. It's morning. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Clarice and her sister are here in the house hanging out. So this has been a a girls' trip where I haven't done anything. Okay, you could call it a girls' trip. We did go out to eat sushi. That was the most girls' trip thing that we've done so far. And they're leaving for the day. I'm doing a workshop in a couple of hours, but they're leaving for the day. Okay. Provence is beautiful during lavender season in June, I think. So Paris, because it's easy to get to these places from Paris, and Paris is a place that you can pass through anytime. I'll get to there. I'll get to Provence. I'll get to the south of France another time, I think, when it's getting the water season. Or yacht, get a man with a yacht season. I think April is a little too early. April is too early for yacht season. My mom, I call her mom too when I talk to her. I just call her Connie Perry to others because others are not allowed to call her mom, right? I just have to make it clear that she is not your mom. Okay, what was that cartoon? That cartoon where the little girl was saying, "We got to find my mom," and the alien kept calling the lady my mom, and she was like, "No, that's not her name." I call her Connie Perry, so that you call her Connie Perry. Okay. You can call her Connie Perry. You can call her Mrs. Perry. You can call her Miss Connie. You can call her Connie. She lets younger people call her Connie even. You can call her friend. She has a little teenager friend who calls her friend at TJ Maxx. My mom has a little teenage friend at TJ Maxx who calls her friend, right? I call her Connie Perry because you call her Connie Perry. That's what it is. Okay. How far behind am I in the chat? Charlesetta Haywood. I went to Cannes in July on my cruise and it was beautiful weather. Okay, I think summertime is the right time. Oh, speaking of traveling for a purpose, Olympics are in Paris this summer. And my Facebook friends are really turned up about it. How many of y'all are going? I know somebody in the community is going who's talked to us about it already. Anybody going to Paris for the Olympics or France? Right? Things will be all over. Nubianette, Marseille, and Portugal. Repeating my vacation this year, Marseille and Portugal. Adult nephews in Marseille. Oh, and retirement planning in Portugal. Nice. That's nice. Having family in Marseille, if you're going to be in Portugal, is really nice. That's a nice little, it's probably not a difficult trip to make when you want to spend time with them or they want to spend time with you or y'all want to meet somewhere else. That's nice. Oh, Dr. Crystal's taking a Mediterranean cruise for her career break. Lovely. Lovely. Maybe the ship that we're on is the boat that's repositioning, so it'll be in position for you, right? Maybe the reason it's going to the Mediterranean from The Caribbean is so that it'll be there for you when it's your time. That's good. Not soon enough. Hello, everyone from Portugal. I'll be here for a while. Wonderful. Enjoy, enjoy. Tortola is British. Tortola is British Virgin Islands. St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. She's lived both places. Okay. Yeah, yeah. This summer it's going to be crowded and busy. I told y'all this. I think that after the Olympics in Paris, because there seem to be a lot of Americans planning on going. I think after the Olympics in Paris, we're going to see another exodus of Americans to Europe. They're going to be like, "Oh, this is nice. This is not. Oh, okay. It's pretty safe. They have like health care here. I think I'll stay. I think we'll see some people finding various ways to go. The student visa, because what Latrice, who is Paris Chic Code, CHIC, on Instagram, I think I'm not, I should have made that face. I'm not sure if she has a YouTube channel or yet or not. She should. Okay. Paris Chic Code on Instagram. She taught us years ago that student visa, you can use the student visa to get to France, even if you're just there to learn French. And that visa can be parlayed into residency in France. We know Dawn, the baker, Delights by Dawn, did that by going to bakery school. We don't call it bakery school. Pastry school. Pastry school. She went to pastry school, went to a pastry school in France, and that's how she got residency in France. Oh, BB Rodriguez wants to go to Paris for the tennis open, but doesn't have anybody to go with. Are you in the Exodus Summit community? Find your travel companion, travel buddy, travel friend, Golden Girls Gang inside of the Exodus Summit Facebook group. I'm going to link to it right now. We do that there, right? There are women in the Exodus Summit community who travel together, who meet up places together so that they can be together in places. Go ahead and join if you're not already there. It's for Black women. Join the Exodus Summit community on Facebook and then raise your hand, right? There are rules about how you post there. Rashid and I actually are going live inside of the Exodus Summit Facebook group on Tuesday, maybe 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Eastern Time, somewhere around there. And we're going to talk about, one of the things we're going to talk about is just ways to connect with people in the group. But go ahead and get started. Seriously, so serious. Another way, if that seems a little clunky to you, is to go to a meetup. Find a meetup, find an event that's happening, or create an event that's happening, and then meet up with people. It's easier to know when you meet somebody face to face, it's easier to know if you vibe with them and if you would like to hang out with them. Sometimes online, you just don't know, right? You just don't know. Some people have a hard time being chatty or talkative online, so they don't share enough, so you don't know them yet online. But if you meet them face to face at a meetup, you may get a really good indication that there's somebody you want to travel with. So do it. Do it, do it, do it. I'll invite a stranger. Roshni was a stranger. I invited Roshni to come hang out with me and Katrina in, I never can get that right, Joshua Tree, right? She was a stranger. I was just like, hi, this is a serious invitation. Here are the dates. Here's where we'll be. I hope you'll join us, right? I asked Jewel. Well, Jewel, I guess we had already met. We had already met in person more than once, so that doesn't count. But Alicia Renice, I invited Alicia Renice. Yeah, so you can just invite people. But if you're not that person, if you're not that person, then go to some meetups, meet some people, and keep in touch. That's it. That's the recipe. That's the secret recipe to finding your Golden Girls gang or whatever you're looking for. Yeah, so Truckerette says I'm interested in a US meetup. We're only doing very informal meetups from here on. The Exodus Summit Gang goes to Cape Town, South Africa in February, and that is the last time we're going to do a big to do like that. We're not doing this again. Okay. We're very excited to meet and re-meet a whole bunch of y'all in Cape Town. But the hospitality industry makes it really hard to do this kind of thing. They make it really hard, right? We've got major service providers who don't take credit cards. Last year, our tour operator wanted us to pay him in cash. He wanted us to fly from the US to Morocco with tens of thousands of dollars in cash. They don't make it easy. They don't make it easy. So this is the last, like, there's going to be 100 women in one place, and we've got events, multiple days of events happening. This is the last one. Cape Town is the last one. From now on, it's going to be actually be a lot easier to join a meetup from Exodus Summit because it's just going to be like, hey, so and so's going to this restaurant at this time. How many people want to go? Right? It's going to be a lot less of a production. Which is why I always share my travel plans, because if somebody wants to organize a meetup when I'm somewhere, I told you I'll be in Anaheim, California for the VidCon. If somebody wants to plan something, you're welcome to. You're welcome to. We're not doing these kinds of things anymore. The hospitality industry is the worst. They need a new name. It's not hospitality. That's not what that means. That's not what that means, right? LLO has another answer to the I want to go, but I don't have anybody to go with me. Just go, right? Just go. Don't let the lack of travel companion stop your dreams. You will meet people, okay? That's a better answer. That's a better answer. This is the number one answer, and then my answer is answer number two or number three on the list. This is the number one answer. Just go. I'm 48, 49, and last year was my first time coming to Puerto Rico because when I tried to plan it with my friend group, everybody backed out. And I had never been to Puerto Rico or Mexico or a lot of close places. We have had some backouts happen, right? Just go. That's a better answer. We are going to talk solo travel sometime soon. Get in Picky Girls Travel Solo community. I listed that in my video that I did this week. Go to join the Picky Girls Travel Solo community. They'll help you learn to solo travel if you're new at it. Just go. Solo travel is not much different than living your everyday life. You do everything every day. You can do all those things by yourself in your city. You can do those things by yourself in another city. Just like you go to the grocery store, you go to the coffee shop, you go get your nails done in Detroit, you can do those things in Bordeaux. Okay? Okay. I missed the begin. I think this may be the response to something, but Mari says Qatar looks like a dream. So we booked our flights through Dubai, and I was going back and forth, especially once I waited too late and the price started going up. I was like, maybe we should go to Qatar instead. Maybe we should fly Qatar Airways and fly through Qatar instead of Emirates and fly through Dubai. I ended up booking us flying through Dubai. But I thought about it because it does look like it's a rich person's fantasy. But my mom, she she would be like, I don't know nothing about this place. Now I got to start from scratch and research because she's gonna research a place. That's one thing Connie Perry gonna do. She gonna research. So I was like, we'll stick with Dubai. The price wasn't all that much of a difference. I considered it. I considered it. Um, the hotel, like there was a really like fancy hotel, and the price was like $129 a night or something. I can't remember which hotel it was. Anyway, anyway, yeah, it does. We almost passed through there. Maybe next time I fly to that region, I'll fly Qatar Airways and fly through Qatar instead of Emirates in Dubai, and I'll give you a comparison. I'll tell you I'll give you my thoughts. Rashni was the stranger coming to meet me and Katrina, but she was also the stranger on her airplane, on her flight, and met a lady on the flight who gave us a nice restaurant recommendation that we did go to. She says she's collecting strangers like infinity stones. There is wonder there. There is something about talking to strangers, just turning and talking to the person right beside you. Something amazing might unfold. It might be nothing, and you might be like, "This person is the worst," but it could very well turn into something amazing. I'm into it. Aw, she by Sherry B says, "I'm so pretty. Thank you." Let me tell y'all, I've shared all this on Instagram, so it's just repeating things, okay? But let me tell y'all, a few weeks ago, I was in Costa Rica and I was like, you know what? I feel like I used to be cuter than this. What happened? And then I remembered that I had been alternating Olay products and Peter Thomas Roth products. Peter Thomas Roth anti-aging face wash gets me all the way together. And I had the trial size, the travel size, and the regular size. And I had been replenishing the travel size bottle with the regular size. Once that ran out, I replenished the bottle with just something I bought somewhere. I forgot I was no longer using the good stuff on my face. And I was like, why don't I look cute anymore? I got that. I went to Sephora. I just flew through Miami when I was flying here to Puerto Rico. Went to Sephora and not the Sephora, the Ulta inside of Target, like 8:30 at night. My flight landed at 7:30. My flight landed at 7:30. By 8:45, I was in Target. I had gone to my hotel, dropped off my stuff, and gotten an Uber to Target and picked up the stuff. And like in two face washings, I was like, oh yeah, I'm cute again. So I don't use the Peter Thomas Roth every day because that face wash, when I use it every day, it's a little too much. So I alternated with Olay Regenerist. But I was like, something. What? Right? I should be cuter than this. I am now. I'm back. That Peter Thomas Roth anti-aging face wash, I don't know. You're never going to see me without it. I don't think. Ever again. Uh, Yeah. And then the moisturizer is like Moisture Drench or Moisture Quench or something like that. And then I'm still using the Olay serum, but I need to find a different serum. I'm like, I'm not ready to let this go. The background, thank you. I'm in Puerto Rico in a house that I wish I could take with me. I wish this could be my boat. I wish I was on a boat and I could just take it with me everywhere. I love this Airbnb. I picked this Airbnb without knowing that it was close to the beach. I was like, I don't even care. Wherever it is, I'm staying there. Thank you very much. So thank you and welcome and hi. Yeah. I was like, I feel like I used to be cuter than this. And then I looked and I was like, oh, you know what I'm doing? I'm still using the containers, but I'm not using the product. I had bought something else and tried something else. Something from Target, right? I still was using Olay, but then I was alternating with something else. And so I'm like, no, let me get back to this Peter Thomas Roth. Okay, let me get myself together. About to be 50. I got it. I'm supposed to be going, I'm trying to go backwards. I'm trying to go backwards. Yeah, just go. Debbie agrees. Just go. Just go. Inhospitable. There is no hospitality in the hospitality industry. It's been awful. Every hotel has been worse than the one before. The experience with each hotel has been worse than the one before. And so we're not doing this. We're not going to keep doing this. How am I supposed to look younger when I'm getting frustrated about everything? Yeah, so instead meetups with us will continue to be, hey, we're in this city on this date. Who wants to meet me for breakfast like I did? Who wants to meet me in my hotel for breakfast, right? That was so easy. And y'all still got to meet each other. I still got to meet you without the frustration of dealing with the hospitality and travel tourism industries. We have a good time when we get together. We have a wonderful time when we get together. But we could have that wonderful time without the without the planning. We really could. We really could, and we will. Okay. Yes, Mimi Slow Travels says Cotter's Airport is amazing. I've never seen anything like it, although I also haven't traveled a whole lot. Listen, it looks like Cotter looks like the future. They got money. They got money. I don't know. I really would love to spend some time RVing in Oman. I would love to RV in Oman. I don't know. Can you get, I know you can get to Oman from Abu Dhabi, right? From the Emirates. So, right, you would fly into the Emirates, get in your RV, and then drive down into Oman. I would love to do that. It looks like, talk about looking like another planet. So, where is Qatar in relationship to that? Because maybe I just need to plan all of that as one thing, one experience. I don't know a city in Qatar. I'm just going to put in Oman to Qatar. 1,000 kilometers. So you have to fly there. So that's not the same RV trip. So that's just two different trips. Let me see. Let me ask Rome to Rio. Oman. Muscat, Oman. I think Nicole Brewer still lives in Muscat. Muscat, Oman to Qatar. What does it say? Oh, yeah, yeah, they're not close. Well, you'd have to pass all the way through the Emirates, which isn't a terrible. I don't know. In an RV, 1,000 kilometers might not be the worst, but you'd have to pass through Saudi Arabia. I don't think. I don't think I'll do that. I wouldn't do that. Yeah. No, 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 no. That's not for your girl. That's a separate trip. So yeah, one day, one time when I'm going to someplace, instead of passing through Dubai or Paris, I'll pass through Qatar. So I can check out the airport. Yeah, I looked at the hotels and the airport and stuff because I almost booked with Qatar Airways, and I was like, this place looks like the future. Talk about living in the future, trying things out for a little bit. Try that out. We talked to Claire. We did talk to Claire, but I think we're just not doing it. Seriously, we're just not going to do it. We're friends with Claire. Rashida and Claire go way back, and Rashida loves Claire's trips. Rashida went to Antarctica with Claire and some other places. I believe she's been on three different. I was going to call them Outward Bound. What is Claire called? Her travel company is called Up in the Air Life. Excuse me, Up in the Air Life. I think she's been on at least three Up in the Air Life trips, including that trip to Antarctica. She loves traveling with Claire. But I think, well, so, of course, doing something like that, having an agency that does things for us is going to cost a bunch of money, and the tickets would just be so much that we're not going to do it. Instead, it's just going to be like some of the meetups that some of y'all have already been to, right? Like when I was in Houston to see Beyonce. Now, it took some work. Winsome put that together, and it took some work because that restaurant said Exodus Summit, welcome Exodus Summit on the menu. Okay, on the printed menus, it said Exodus Summit, right? That took some work, but it was a different type of work. Yeah, so if you just see somebody popping up talking about, I'm going to X restaurant, I got room for a table for 8, who wants to join me? Go. Meet the other women in the Exodus Summit community. Don't wait for some big thing to meet people. Do it now, because there's not going to be a big thing like that again. Yeah, Yvette. Them people in the new place don't know me. I get to be any version of me I want to be. Yes, indeed. That's one of the fun parts about solo travel. You can be whoever you want. You can be whoever you want with somebody else. My cousin Denise, when I asked her if she wanted to go to Brazil with me that time, she was like, who would I be in Brazil? And I was like, never mind. You can't go. She about to wild out. You can't go. Never mind. Right? But it's true. It's true. You can be another person in another place. I believe that. Jazzy, ask that question again. What's the date of what? I don't know what you mean. Okay. So there's levels of, just like there are levels of Christian Christian countries and like just like there are states in the U.S. where you're like, listen, them evangelicals, they don't ruin that state. Don't go there, right? Don't move to Texas if you're a woman. Don't move to Florida if you're a woman, right? Same thing with countries that are Muslim countries. Different places are different, right? Oman, I think from the travel people that I know, and like I said, Nicole Brewer, who lives there, from their experiences, I think it looks amazing. And I really do. One day I will RV around Oman. That's a thing. I'd love to RV around there, and I'd love to RV around Scotland or Ireland or both. They look like fun places to RV. Also, New Zealand looks like an amazing. My friend Claire, a different Claire, Dutch Claire, RV'd around New Zealand. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. May, no, May can't go, y'all. May gonna get in trouble. May can't go. Jordan, Stephanie DK says Jordan has been recommended to me as the best place for female travels to the Middle East. I think I've heard similar. I've heard women travelers like it. I don't remember if they were solo or with groups. Some places you do want a group, and some places are you're good solo. Hmm. The it's hot part is why I want to go to Dubai in February. Get it out of the way. Okay. Okay. Chanel says she appreciates that we're repeating this. Okay, good. All right, friends. So I gotta get close things out because I'm gonna be talking all day from the content calendar workshop. It starts at 1 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. my time, but 1 p.m. Eastern time. And we're putting together our content calendars at least for a quarter, for 12 weeks. We're going to put together our YouTube content calendars, our specific calendars for our specific YouTube channels. I believe there are, what's 19 plus 9? 28 women registered right now. We may get one or two last minute, but 28 women registered, which means that you have an opportunity to meet some other people who are also YouTubers and get some collaboration partners, meet some collaboration partners. We're going to do breakout rooms 2 different times during the 5 hour block. Have the agenda together, and we're going to break out for 2 different periods of time. So there's going to be a good opportunity for everyone to meet everyone and maybe get some collaboration partners for their YouTube channels, like guests. I don't mean like, we are making a YouTube channel together. I mean, you come on my channel, I'll come be a guest on your channel. That's what I mean. YouTube guests. So there'll be a wonderful opportunity for that. The women hope will leave the workshop with their calendar for the next 12 weeks for their channel with videos that their audience will be looking for during those 12 weeks, right? What is your ideal viewer? What is she or what are they looking for during this period of time, during this exact week in the year? And how can you make a video that's going to grab them, bring them over to your channel, and then serve them and move them over to your business? That's what we're mapping out today. They're going to leave with 12 weeks at least worth of videos down. So that's what we're doing today. I'm super excited. If you want to register, if you already have a content place, if you're already a content creator, come on and register at vicarious.com/workshop. You know, I can't talk and type. .com/workshop. It's not too late. Vicarious.com/workshop. If you want to come to the workshop, if you're already doing content creation somewhere. This is not a beginner workshop where if you don't have a channel yet, if you don't have a channel yet, this workshop is not going to help you, right? You need a channel first. You need a niche first. You need to know who you're talking to and what you're talking about first. Okay? So that is today. And then I do see your question, Jazzy. Congratulations. My next house sitter school is I do house sitter school now on the first Sundays of the month, p.m. Eastern time. Yes, 1 p.m. Eastern time on the first Sundays of the month. So before then, you'll get email reminders to come to house sitter school if you've bought the bundle. If you've bought the new house sitter bundle from me, then you'll get that email. But it's the first Sunday of the month, so you only come to one, but yeah, you get one house sitter school with the bundle, and it always happens the first Sunday of the month at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm no longer doing individual house sitting calls. I used to do 30-minute house sitting calls, but it's really the same questions over and over again. And you don't get to meet other people and you don't get to hear other people's questions. And I love group coaching. I love group coaching now. Okay, I love it. So everyone who buys the new house sitter bundle within the month gets invited to that call on the first Sunday of the following month. If you need to push it back a month or two, we do that too. But that's house sitter school. House sitter school is now an actual school instead of a one-on-one coaching thing. It's an actual one-time class that comes with the bundle. So if you don't know what we're talking about, get my trusted house sitters, no, get my new house sitter toolkit, and it'll give you some information about the bundle if you're interested. You don't need it if you look at the Trusted House Sitters site and you know how to get started, right? But if you look at the Trusted House Sitters site and you want some help getting started, let me help you, okay? Let me help you. Don't be out here like, oh, I couldn't do it, so I never started house sitting. I never booked a house sit. When I hear that, I'm like, girl, I'm right here every Saturday. You didn't ask me one question. Don't pay for your membership on Trusted House Sitters and then don't book a house sit. That's ridiculous. Get your money's worth. So, one way that you do that is by getting the toolkit. And if you need extra support, get the bundle. Okay? Get the toolkit. And then if you need extra support, get the bundle. Ah, Cedric the Thief. I signed up for Trusted House Sitters and already have 2 this year. Congratulations. I got tired of waiting to travel with people. That's it. That's it. Okay? We go. That's it. We don't wait. We don't wait. I just talked about that on my video on Wednesday or Thursday. I put a video up on this channel just a couple of days ago about getting free. And one of the ways that we get free is we don't wait for other people. We can't wait for other people. Okay? That's not freedom. That's actually bondage, right? Holding yourself back, waiting for other people is not freedom. So a way that we get free is we do things now. We get in community with people who are doing things now, and we do it now. Thank you. And thank you all. Thank you all for joining in. Today is Alicia Renice's birthday. One more. I keep saying I got to go, but one more thing. Yesterday was Alicia Renice's birthday. Happy birthday, Alicia Renice. I don't think she's here today. She's out living her life. Happy birthday, Alicia. Remember that you can contribute to her sabbatical in 2 ways. Let me get the links. Let me get the links. You can give directly to Alicia Renice on her coffee link. She has the Buy Me a Coffee link. And or you can join my Patreon, and the money from my Patreon community goes to the Vicarian Sabbatical Fund. Alicia Renice is the person who's getting the next sabbatical fund money. 2 ways to, let me find the link. 2 ways to support, 2 ways to support a Black woman's sabbatical. So let me drop those here. So I done deleted something by mistake. Copy, paste. Okay, so the Vicarian Sabbatical Fund is monthly, $3, $10 every month comes from your account into the Vicarian Sabbatical Fund and goes to the next woman whose sabbatical we're supporting. We know that next woman is Alicia Renice, but the other link is her coffee link. And this is how to support her directly. And today's her birthday. see, did I get that right? Yep, I did it. Okay. So those are two ways to send a Black woman on sabbatical. We're coming up. This is another repeat from Saturday. We're coming up on $40,000 from this community given to Black women for sabbaticals, for retreats, for their business needs. We're going up. We're about to hit $40,000. We'll do something to celebrate when we're at $50,000. But we're going on $40,000 given directly from us to Black women. Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. That's awesome, isn't it? Yep. Let me fix that link here. I think I did it. Okay, so more updates on that coming soon. More updates on everything coming soon. Okay. Thank you very much for hanging out. Thank you very much for sharing your travel plans and helping me and my mom make our travel plans. And keep on traveling. Keep on traveling. If you found, yeah, Maisha Francis, I want to invite her. I forgot to send it all week long. That was one of the things on my to do list that I haven't gotten to. Maybe next week. Oh no, wait. Let me look at my calendar. Is next week the week? There was a time. There is a time when I do want to invite her. I shouldn't say that because I haven't even invited her. She hasn't said yes, so I shouldn't have said that. Act like I didn't say that. Um, but hope I, but I do hope next week. This week, one of the things I was supposed to do was invite her, and I didn't do it. My to-do list I just kept adding to my to-do list instead of crossing things off. It's been that kind of week, okay? But when the workshop is over after today, and I can switch gears into cleaning up some other stuff. So maybe very soon is what I will say. How about that? Maybe very, very soon. We'll hear from Maisha about her sabbatical, about her time in Rwanda, about the art, about the artists and the women that she met there, and what that did for her now. Very soon, I hope. Okay? Okay, that's it. Okay, thanks for hanging out, friends. Thank you for being so wonderful, so generous, so kind, so supportive of me and of everyone in this community. Now, remember to be those things to yourself, okay? You've been gracious and giving. You've been kind and forgiving and understanding and patient and supportive to us, to me. Remember to do those things for yourself. Okay? That's how it's supposed to be. Okay? You're not supposed to treat us better than you treat you. So do those things. Have a wonderful weekend. Some of you I'll see in a couple of hours. Some of you I'll see again next Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Some of you I'll see some other time before then. Okay? Have a wonderful weekend. Bye, friends.